Is convoluted dogma confusing you? Hey guys, welcome to another Coffee Time with John, this time with a giant mug of apple cider. I hope you're having a great day and sitting back and enjoying your coffee or beverage of choice while you're sitting here with me. I have a question that came in that I'd like to go ahead and address. And it's an interesting one because it's a very long question. And it has a lot of explaining the question within the question. So I'm just going to read the whole thing so that you all are on the same page with me after I read it. The great mystery to me is what the Gnostics tried to relay as three types of humans. The first type is tapped on the shoulder almost immediately, and from there only grows in understanding and closeness by continually seeking and questioning. There is no doubt in these people, only the urge to grow. The second type has some suspicion there is more here than they see, and they often are driven to seek, but without a close relationship, they are subject to being pulled into dogma and other dead ends. The third type is completely immersed in physicality and dismisses anything that is not completely physical as nonsense. I'm not an expert or a theologian, but that is the general gist of it. My question is, why? Why is not everyone tapped? It is most curious to me. The Gnostics try to explain it as by virtue of the origin of each individual. Some were blessed when all that is did essentially what was a reach around to gift insight to the human. I don't think studying is going to answer this. I was wondering what your take on this might be. Thank you for your efforts. Well, you are quite welcome. In efforts, I want to let you guys know it's not an effort. It's actually try to stop me from making videos and spreading what I do. I'm just passionate about it, so that's what I do. I often talk about what are religions. Religions themselves are trying to wrap a structure around something they don't understand, something they have an idea about or a concept about. And the Gnostics are very interesting because the Gnostics, Gnosticism is basically the secret hidden knowledge. That's what being a Gnostic is, to be someone who studies the secret knowledge. And Gnosis is the knowledge that is so secret. So this Gnostic belief is all about these three different types of humans and how it was divinely ordained by some higher power on the other side that this is this type, and this type. So when I look at this, I see what you're saying is three types of humans. Now, what I really see when I see this structure is I see just people deeper into their fears or their anxieties, who are less open to various things. And why do we come to the physical world? We come to the physical world to experience our separation. And we probably choose to experience either a lot of separation or a little separation. I don't think there are three distinct types of humans, and I don't think that anybody on this planet cannot come to a connection. But sometimes I think it might be a choice. Like I said, I don't believe we choose our lifetimes. I believe we choose potential experiences. And it's very interesting because in my personal life, I was raised Catholic, but it never sat well with me. When my mom told me that spirituality is a personal journey, the first thing I did was I became an atheist. I was like, none of that crap, right? And over time, being an atheist, I became depressed and anxious, and because when you're an atheist, you are dependent upon the empirical evidence that the physical world gives you for your worldview. And so for me, All I could see was what the news was telling me, this anxiety. Then on top of it, there was the time where I started to question things, and I became an agnostic. An agnostic basically means that you believe there is some higher power, you just don't know what it is. Basically, you believe in something, but you don't have a structure around it that is really defined by one religion or one school of thought. You're just agnostic. You know something's there, but you don't know what it is. And then, psychics started telling me all the things about my past life, and then I had my regression, and I had, amazing experiences that I'm blown away by just even thinking about the things that have happened to me in my life. So, in essence, I would have to ask you, am I all three people? Because I did every stage of that development. And did someone tap me and saying, you're all three? Or did someone say, all right, when I created you, you were all encompassing? No, I don't see it that way. I see it's we awake to our own divinity, our own belief in our own time. And sometimes some people are just never going to go a spiritual route because that's not what they're feeling their separation from the source in that way. So when I look at this, I see this as the Gnostics trying to understand why three different people have three different experiences. And in reality, I look at them as if they're all on the same journey, just in different places on the same journey. So that is my take on this. And as far as the Gnostics are concerned, you have to remember that most of the Gnostic texts that are written by extreme groups. Many of them were seen. Many of them were various highly Judaic groups that they were believing in messiahs. They were believing in end times. They were believing in all kinds, and many of them really wanted to strike out against the ruling authorities of the time. So much of what is in there is a mishmash of things, and this being one about the spirituality, but it's trying to explain why people are the way they are and the various personality types. And I just think they're on different parts of the same journey. That's my take. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.